Well, a little bit worrying because I import some goods from China and I have some problems there.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
not good.
yeah, but it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, hopefully it works out. Sorry that you've got some problems. Julio, welcome to class. Julio, how's it going?
Fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
Nice, good to hear. And Julio, how have you been? It's been a while.
I am from Spain, Madrid.
Okay. Okay. And so maybe you're a different Julio than the one I know. So Julio, is this your first time in my class?
Yes, probably. I don't remember. I hope I think so. It's the first time. Yes, because I sometimes I followed your classes, but not participating in them.
Okay, nice. Well, I'm glad that you're here now. Yeah, and thanks for coming in.
Pleased to meet you.
The, you too. David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
Hello, it's going well, thank you.
Nice. That's good to hear. David, what's your day been like?
Sorry,
What's your day been like? What have you done today?
I was working almost all day.
Okay. Well, that sounds like work, I guess. Did you
Yes,
do anything after work? Did you eat dinner or anything like
uh,
that?
yes, I had dinner with my family and now I'm taking some classes.
Okay. Okay, cool. And so, Julieta, welcome to class two. Julieta, how was your day?
Hi teacher, hi everyone.
Hi.
Yes, I'm well, thank you.
Cool. That's good to hear. And so, Julieta, did you do anything exciting today?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. I guess that's good then. All right. Well, let's get started with today's class. Um, and let's start with Umberto. Can you read the title and the next few lines?
Yes, of course. Mark, Twain. Today, uh, today we will learn about Mark Twain, learn about his pen name, and discuss a number of his quotations.
Okay. Good. Maybe Twain. So, Mark Twain.
On Twain, okay.
Yeah.
Mark Twain,
Uh, good. Mark Twain. And quotations.
quotation.
Yeah, quotations. Nice job, Umberto. Let's go to the next one. Umberto, can you ask Julio the first question?
Yes. Do you like to read? Who is your favorite author?
Well, yes, I really like to read, and just now I don't know what's my favorite author in this moment. Uh, Maybe I like very much the novels of Mary Higgins Clark, for example.
Okay. We'd say I like the novels of.
Mary Higgins Clark.
Okay. And then we'd say very much at the end. I like the novels of, or Mr. Clark's novels very much.
Hmm.
So just remember, we'd put very much right at the end there.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'd also say I don't know who my favorite author is. So instead of what, it'd be who.
Hmm.
But other than that, really good
Yes,
job.
yes.
Nicely done. All right. Julio, can you ask Aldona? And Aldona, welcome to class.
Hello.
How's it going?
Fine.
Okay. Julio, can you ask Aldona the same question? So the same question.
Do you like to read? Who is your favorite author?
Well, I used to read a lot when I was in secondary school and in the university, and now I have to admit with the shame that I don't read a lot. But if so, when I was at school, I used to like Victor Hugo books. The Miserables, a very, very beautiful novel. And de Cortar también. Pero bueno, bueno, Julio Cortázar. Okay,
Cortázar.
Cortázar, sí. Yes,
Cortázar. Yes.
Yeah.
Cortázar.
Cool. Yeah, Julio Cortázar is awesome. I just actually read Bestiario, I think, and it is really, really good. Awesome, Arizona. Good answer. And Victor Hugo's a good one as well.
I
Classics.
I think you miss an R after the O.
Yes, I did. Thanks.
Cortázar.
Huh?
Yes.
I was trying to get the accent.
Yes. That's fun. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, and perfect. Aldona, can you ask David, the next question?
David, Mark Twain wrote a lot of satire. What's your favorite genre of literature?
Mm, I don't have one because I have to say that I don't like to read. I
Oh,
know, no. uh, I know this is something who nobody admits, but I don't like it.
Okay, it's a good answer though. Well, because I said I don't like to read. I know I don't like it. Okay, and Aldona, can you repeat satire? Satire.
Satire.
Good. And genre.
Genre.
Yeah. Genre.
Genre.
Yeah, genre. I'm not really sure how to write that j sound, but okay, good. And Julieta, have you been reading anything recently?
Yes. Now
What have
I'm
you been?
reading. I'm reading Gabriele D'Annunzio. The name of the book is The Pleasure, I think. I don't know. It is an Italian book.
Okay. What's it about?
It's a love story between Andrea and Elena, and it describes the passage between the power between nobility and the citizen in Italy. But the writing is beautiful, but I don't like the characters. They are decadent and fake and tired. There is always something appropriate to say for them or to do.
Okay, there's always something appropriate.
Appropriate?
Approved. I'm not sure what.
Appropriate to say something, yeah, right to say, correct to say, appropriate, yes.
Okay, appropriate. Okay. Okay, there's always something appropriate. It's like, that would work. We wouldn't generally describe them as tired. This is like tired characters.
How can I explain it? They are decadent. I don't know if it's correct. Decadent?
So it like kind of over the top or like richly dressed would be decadent. Generally,
Hmm.
like yeah, you describe like a palace as decadent. Somebody who is really rich and has a lot of money to throw around might be decadent. Or a decadent
Oh.
personality is kind of over the top, excessive, maybe.
Oh. No, it's the opposite.
The opposite.
Oh, oh man, I mean, they are rich, but at the same time, they are uh,
Maybe emotionally destitute, like emotionally poor.
yes.
Okay, yeah, that would work. All right, good. That sounds like an interesting book. So it's really beautifully written, but maybe not the best characters. Heidi, what about you? Are you reading anything right now?
Yeah, now I'm reading now. Alchemist.
The Alchemist.
Yeah, the Alchemist.
You reading it in Portuguese?
Spanish. But my Spanish skill is very low. So, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. And so I think you got a phone call. So Julieta, can you ask Umberto the last question?
I'm sorry. So
Oh,
I can
oh,
read
never
only
mind.
one page a day.
Sorry, go ahead, Heidi. What were you saying?
Very low, so I can read only one page a day.
Okay. I can only read one page a day. That's good, though. That's an awesome way to learn. And you'll probably finish it in just a few months because it's a pretty short book. At
It's
one
not
page.
a thick book, but
No.
still, it takes me a lot.
Yeah. But one page a day is good, I think. That'll be really good. Too. And Heidi, can you ask Umberto the last question here?
What do you know about Mark Twain?
Well, he was from the United States. He was a writer, speaker, and a humorist, and he was very popular.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Really good job. So, writer, speaker, and a humorist from the United States. And Julio, do you have anything to add, or do you think that's about good?
About Mark Twain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, I don't know almost anything about his life, but I know him above all because of his most famous novel, Huckleberry Finn. I remember I read this novel when I was young.
Nice. And so you read the novel when you were young. Did you like it? Sorry. Did you like the novel, Umberto?
Mm, Huckle, oh, Bert.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, Julio. Did you like the? Oh, well, I think we're good. Does anybody have any questions here?
no, it's okay. Okay
Okay.
for me.
Yes, is it the same book as Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
No. So,
No.
The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn was a sequel.
Hmm.
Hmm. Type right now. So, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn,
Hmm.
which was the sequel to The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Hmm.
So they're similar. Huckleberry Finn is generally considered his best book. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Um, and yeah, any other questions? Okay. Let's go here and let's start with Aldona. Can you read the title and the words?
Yes, vocabulary. Read the words. Ask about words you don't know. Okay, pen name, sequel, satire, setting, wit, prose, comprehension, interfere,
Good. Yeah, that sounded really good. Nice job with satire.
satire,
Maybe sequel. Sequel.
sequel. Mhm.
Good. Nice. Other than that, I think that sounded good. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
What does wit mean?
Good question. Does anybody know? Any ideas what wit means?
Is it like
Um,
joke? Like something funny?
Yeah. So something funny. A little bit more than just funny, though. Does anybody else have anything else to add?
Something to say, intelligent and mixed with humor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Something funny and intelligent would be witty. Yeah. So wit is funny intelligence. And good. Any other questions?
I don't know the meaning of interfere or
Okay.
the last
Interfere.
interfere.
Good question. Does anybody know what interfere means?
It means when you put an obstacles to do something, to
Yeah.
impede something.
Your ability to do something. So yeah. So interference is getting in the way of doing something. So anything that interferes with something gets in the way with your ability to do something else. So I think this will come up in a comic that we have later. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
And any other questions? Okay, let's go on. Actually, well, let's do a sentence. Let's have David. Can you make a sentence with satire or satirical?
Okay. Sat. I like satire novels.
Okay, so because we would say I like satirical
Okay.
novels. So satire is a thing, so it'd be noun more. You could say I like my novels to be full of satire. Satire. But if we're describing them, we'd have to say satirical, which is fine. This is good, and that's a solid sentence. Let's go on to the next page, and let's have Julieta. Can you read this first paragraph?
Samuel Langham Clemens, better known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American author and humorist. He wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The latter is often called the Great American Novel.
Good. Nice job. Really good pronunciation of latter. Nice job with humorist. Okay. Good. And Heidi, can you read the next paragraph?
Twain grew up in Hannibal, Missouri, which provided the setting for Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. After an apprenticeship with a printer, he worked as a typesetter and contributed articles to the newspaper of his older brother, Orion Clement. He later became a riverboat pilot on the Mississippi River before heading west to join Orion in Nevada. His wit and satire in prose and in speech earned a praise from critics. and peers. And he was a friend to presidents, artists, industrialists, and European royalty.
Okay, good. That sounded good. You did a really good job with your pronunciation here. Maybe Orion.
Orion.
Yeah, Orion. So kind of like the constellation. We have Orion, Orion's belt. That's his name. Praise. Can you repeat praise, Heidi?
Well,
Sorry?
praise.
Uh-huh. Praise. And presidents.
President.
Oh, it's presidents.
President.
Good. Yeah, presidents. Make sure you get that S at the end, presidents, but other than that, you did a really good job. And perfect, yeah. Let's have the next one. Umberto, can you read that last little paragraph? Sentence.
He was lauded as the greatest American humorist of his age, and William Faulkner called Twain the father of American uh, literature.
Good. And can you repeat Twain?
Twain, Twain,
Yeah, Twain. Twain.
Twain.
Okay, who can explain what lauded means? What's lauded mean?
Admired and
Yeah,
praised.
praised is a good synonym.
Praised.
Yeah. Good. Nice. And I think this is good. Does anybody know what a typesetter is? What's a typesetter?
Now we can the people can make newspaper print with a computer or typing. But before they needed to gather each letters and then make some to set picking up each letters and to make some prototype for the printing.
Yeah, exactly. So today we can make newspapers and other printed material with computers. But before they had to gather each letter and set the letters in order before printing them onto paper. So yeah, it was really time consuming. Nice job, Heidi. That was a great explanation. Okay. And does anybody have any other questions here?
It's apprenticeship.
Okay. An apprenticeship. Can you repeat apprentice? Apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship.
Good.
Apprenticeship.
Does anybody know? What's an apprenticeship?
To learn some job technique. At first, they needed to go to the master to learn. Then they work for the master, but instead they can't get any wage or salary. And maybe sometimes they can get salary from the master, but it's not stable.
Yeah. So it's when you work for a low wage or no wage in exchange to learn a trade. So yeah, you go to a different worker and you can learn a trade by becoming an apprentice. That's exactly right. Does that make sense, Aldona?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, good. Any other questions here on this page? Okay. And Heidi, can you ask Umberto the first question?
Mm-hmm. What is Mark Twain most famous story? Huh? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Mark Twain. I don't remember his his book.
Okay. Let's go back. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you figure it out. And Umberto, all right.
Ye-
So what's his
yes.
most famous story?
Um, okay. His most favorite story was Adventures of Tom Shaw Sayward. Sayer.
Excuse me?
He wrote the Adventures of Tom. Uh,
Yeah. So
yes, he wrote the Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and it's
and
mm,
so so he wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And
yes.
it says the latter is often called the Great American Novel. Um, so Umberto, which one do you think is more famous? Which of these is more famous?
Mm, the Great American Novel, the last one.
Okay, maybe Julio. What do you think is his most famous novel? What's his most famous novel?
Uh, the most famous novel of Mark Twain is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. It's a sequel of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, but some people think that the most beautiful, I don't know, most well done, well written book is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
Nice. Good. I think that was great. Really nice job. Some people think that the most well-written book. Really nice job here with well-written, using the participle. Nice job, Julio.
Hmm.
Umberto, does that make sense? Does that make sense, Umberto?
Mm, yes.
Okay. And let's ask Aldona, the Great American Novel. What do you think the Great American Novel would contain, or what would it consist of? Why would it be described as the Great American Novel?
Well, probably because this novel made him famous, worldwide famous.
Okay.
And of course, people admit his novel for its wit and
Admired.
admired his novel for its wit and I don't know, entertained uh, issues for its wit.
Okay. Okay, good. And David, would you add anything else? What else would make something the Great American Novel?
Yes, I think it could be because with this novel you can learn something about US history.
Okay, so you can learn about U.S. history. Um, that's definitely part of it, for sure. Julieta, would you add anything?
It is a novel that tells about American in a certain historical period, describe the society.
Huh? It described society. And Heidi, is there anything else you'd add?
Maybe that novels are very famous, not only in America but also over the world. People can read because it's translated to many languages.
Okay. Too many languages. Okay, all good answers, guys. Awesome. And let's have Aldona. Can you ask David the next question?
Yes, David, where did Mark Twain grow up?
He grew up in Hannibal, Missouri.
Nice, good memory. And David, can you ask Julieta the next question?
Julieta, what were some of Mark Twain's jobs?
He worked as a typesetter, journalist, and private pilot.
Okay, good. And a private pilot, maybe a private riverboat pilot?
Riverboat, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. I think that's awesome. Let's go on. We could skip that. Let's look at this one. And let's have Heidi. Can you read the quotation?
It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt.
Good. Heidi, can you ask Umberto the first question?
What does this quotation mean? Do you agree or disagree? Why?
I think that uh, if you say something, probably uh, uh, the people um, know that you are that that, that you have the correct answer, maybe.
Um, I'm not sure if I understand Umberto. Um,
Okay.
so, what's this first part mean? It's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think that you are a fool. So, what's this say?
Mm, other people will ask that if you don't know something, and maybe if you don't have maybe if you don't have to say something, maybe you have to uh, keep your mouth uh, shut.
Good. Yeah, I think that's good. And Julio, what's the next part mean?
Than to open it and remove all doubt. Well, sometimes when you speak without thinking or without knowing the issue, the subject, um, frequently you say no senses.
Okay, you say nonsense.
So people realize that you are really a fool.
Yeah. Yeah. that you are really a fool. Okay, good. I think that's good. And Aldona, you've got a really good
Yes.
comment there too. What yours maybe goes a little bit further even. So still tongue makes a wise head.
That's
So
the
what do you
proverb.
think your proverb has that Mark Twain's quotation doesn't have? What do you think your proverb implies?
Um, well, in this proverbs, um, we can conclude that when you are quiet, it means that you're wise. So I think it is a paraphrase, could be treated as a paraphrase to this proverb.
Yeah, it's really close to a paraphrase. The idea of makes. So when we use that in English, a still tongue makes a wise head. It's a little bit different. So this quotation from Mark Twain is talking about a situation in itself. It's kind of timeless. Whereas the next one, your quotation, has now and the future a little bit. David, do you think what's the difference between these two?
Um, I think the first one mm, talks about that you have the chance of hide that you are a fool.
Yeah, that you can hide that you are a fool. So it's kind of imagining just a foolish person generally. What's the second one say then?
And the second, I think it's about quality or a characteristic of a wise man.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the second one implies that you can learn a lot when you're not speaking. So by being silent, one can learn a great deal.
Mhm.
So still tongue, so when you're not talking, you can learn a lot of things. Makes a wise head. So there's the present and then the future. Whereas this one is just, it says, yeah, if you keep your mouth closed, people might think you're a fool, but if you open it, you're definitely going to be a fool. So it's talking about somebody who probably doesn't know what they're talking about.
But
So
like
it's,
sequel,
huh?
it's like sequel to this quotation.
Yeah, it could be considered a sequel to the second one. No, that was good. I think that's a good point. And Julieta, do you agree with this first quotation, and why or why not?
I can find I need an idea in this quotation, but I don't know if I'm correct. It's difficult to change people thinking, so maybe doesn't matter what you are saying. If people think you're a fool, you will just confirm them you are.
Nice.
Maybe.
That's an awesome way of reading it. I think that's really lovely. Yeah. And definitely that's a good interpretation, Julieta. I think that's great. Um, David, that's a good one too. I probably won't repeat it though. Um, but yeah, that's good. And yeah, does anybody have any questions here on this page? Okay, let's go. Maybe let's go here. And Julieta, can you ask Heidi the first question?
Heidi, who is a famous writer from your country? What did he or she write about?
There are many famous authors in Japan. Some authors got a prize, Nobel Prize. But I don't like such heavy stories. So, famous author. Now, Haruki Murakami is very famous in the world. His novel was translated to a lot of languages. He always being candidate for the Nobel Prize last year and 2 years ago.
Nice. And do you like his writing? Do you like Murakami's writing?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite book of his?
Recently, I read another, not novel, like essay. He loves jogging and he participates a lot of marathon competition. He wrote that story. It was very fun.
Okay, he wrote an essay or a story?
Essay about enjoying jogging, how to enjoy the jogging like that.
Okay, nice. Cool. Is that online? Do you know?
I forgot the title. It was an English book. I bought it in the airport. I was looking for some book to wait for my airplane.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll have to look it up. That sounds great though. I really like his writing. What about you, Umberto? Who's a famous writer from your country, and what did he or she write about?
Well, my favorite writer in my country was is Mario Vargas Llosa. He wrote many books. One of the famous books he wrote was uh, The City of Dogs
City of
and
what?
The City of the Dogs.
Okay.
Okay. Also, he won uh, a Nobel.
You won what?
Uh, a Nobel.
A Nobel? A Nobel
Yes.
Prize?
Yes.
Hey, a Nobel. Nobel. Can you repeat Nobel?
Nobel. Nobel Prize.
Yeah, Nobel Prize. A Nobel. Nobel? That's a tough one. Yeah, so to be a Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize. Okay, cool. Yeah, Mario Vargas Llosa. And maybe Umberto, can you ask Julio the last question?
Yes. Do you prefer classic literature or popular literature?
Well, I think that I like some classic literature and some popular literature because I think that the point is that for me literature is for entertainment. So there are books of classic literature which are very I don't know you can rest and you can distract from worries reading them. And the same thing with popular literature.
Okay. So there are books of classic literature which allow you to rest and distract yourself from worries.
Yes,
Um,
I think that there is not a classic literature or popular literature style, but there are many different styles, and topics in classic literature and the same in popular literature.
That's a good answer. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's very solid. And okay, I'm trying to think of like a follow-up question to that. Um, and nothing's coming to mind.
I
But
have a
good. I think that's a
question.
yes.
I, how do you pronounce this literature correctly?
You did it really well. So you can say literature. So which sounds like literature. Lit or sure. Literature. 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 So that'd be a little bit more like British English. Literature. Literature. But I would say literature.
Literature. Literature.
But either would work. Literature. Literature. Yeah. Good question though.
Yes.
And any other questions? Okay. Look at. Let's look at this one. And let's start. And Aldona, can you read the quotation?
Yes, don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live.
Good. And David, what do you think he means by this?
Really, I don't know compare what you're using when they are gone.
Okay. Aldona, do you have any ideas?
Uh, yes, if we illusion is like a dreams, not in this
Yeah.
context. So we should live our life with dreams, because if we live our dreams, we stop living.
We stop living. Do you think he's talking about literally stopping living?
No, 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 of course not. It's just uh, mm, what would be
Okay, so
opposite to the? Okay.
what's life then? So if when we leave our dreams, we stop living life, what's life? What's the idea of living? Maybe Julieta, can you clear that up?
Yes, this quotation uh, down on me the book that I read a few days ago. And this book, uh, people are deprived of hope and dreams, so they turn in a state of subhumanity, and that was not even more life, but they just exist as a, I don't know, they can just survive.
Yeah, you could even just say they just existed, they just survived. What was the book?
If this is a man,
Excuse me?
if this is a man.
Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, that's a good point.
I can't understand why it use illusions, because I think illusions is something that uh, distort, no?
yeah, it's a interesting word choice. Um, so not necessarily a distortion as much as something that's doesn't exist, something
Mhm.
that's imagined. Okay, yeah, it is an interesting word choice, and it's. I'm not going to go into explaining why they might have chose it because, um, yeah, I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. But it's definitely something that's good to think about. That's a really good point, Julieta. Heidi, what do you think? Do you have anything else to add?
Hope or a dream, maybe it's reachable for you, but illusion is much further than your dream.
Hmm. So an illusion is much further than your dream?
Much further than dream or something.
Hmm?
Dream or hope, much bigger and further. So he used illusion, I think.
Okay, so maybe that's why he used it?
Mm.
Yeah. All right. And do you have anything else to talk about with the quotation? Do you agree or do you disagree, Heidi?
Yes, I think so. People are living with their dreams or hope. If you lose if you lost your illusion, you are only a creature.
Yeah. Okay, so if you lose your illusions, you're only a creature. All right. And Umberto, do you agree or do you disagree? Umberto, are you there?
Yes. Well, I agree. Uh, because I think we always uh, uh, have to follow or illusions uh, in in order to be in order to be happy.
Okay.
Always, yeah.
All right. And yeah, maybe Julio, do you have any illusions or dreams that you're following?
Well, yes, I have, but I was thinking that in I like much more the word projects, or because I don't know, but I think that illusion has a meaning, a nuance, or something like a mirage, something that is not real, that is not reachable, and I think that it's important to have projects, to have um, something you are trying to fulfill, to accomplish. But I don't like very much the word illusion.
Huh? Yeah, I think
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
point. You have things to seek to accomplish. Good. I think that you guys are hitting on something maybe a little bit deeper in the quote. Um, so yeah, Mark Twain, of course, is aware of the meaning of words, and so I think this is a really key word for this quotation. Um, so it might be something to think about. Again, there's no real answer; it's just a quotation. Um, but yeah, I think that you guys are all kind of uncomfortable with this word, and there's probably a reason for it. But yeah, really nice. Um, does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
No,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, really good. We're just about out of time, so if there's no questions, have a really good evening or day, depending on where you are. And thanks for coming in.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Goodbye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.